So when I was asked to honor him, to present this award, I said, no problem. I mean, because he was a mentor for me, and for me to be here now to present this is, I'm ecstatic. So for the Education Leadership Award, award presented to Matt Brewster, Special Assistant, Newark Public Schools, for outstanding leadership and service to the children of Newark Public Schools. We thank you, we salute you, we honor you.
Stand up, Joseph. Both of these guys have graduated from college. They're teachers. Damon traveled the world playing basketball, and I mean, I'm just so proud of them. I would have said years. He said decades. I don't know. I have another student here, Delirious Lorenzo, who works in one of my and they're all former students at South 17th Street. So I know my South 17th Street family is here. Somewhere, South 17th Street? Anyway, a few years ago, NBA Hall of Famer and activist and author Kareem Abdul-Jabbar came to the Newark Public Schools to present his documentary, On the Shoulders of Giants, at our own Science Park High School. And at the surface, that documentary is about basketball, but really when you go a little bit deeper, that documentary talks about how the Harlem Renaissance was the basis of a social renaissance in our country. And all the people that came out of that renaissance were standing on the shoulders of people that came before them. And so that spoke to me when I started thinking about what my comments would be this morning. As the son of a Baptist minister, and actually I'm going to need your help to get, because I know Johnson Green wants me to get off the stage very quickly. So anyway, the documentary is On the Shoulders of Giants. So when I prompt you, I need you to say, On the Shoulders of Giants, okay? Okay. So, as the son of a Baptist minister and a public school teacher, I wasn't always happy about the things that my parents needed me to do, or wanted me to do. But now that I'm raising my own family, I understand that I was then standing on the shoulders of giants. And although I truly earned the nickname Brew, while at Morehouse College, and someone could have easily thought that I was majoring in female anatomy based on the amount of time I spent at Spelman College. I finally got my act together, primarily because my father told me we didn't have any money for no 5-year plans. But also because when you walk where Benjamin Elijah Mays walked, and when you study where Martin Luther King studied, sooner or later, you will figure out that you are on the shoulders of giants. And although after 20 years of teaching and working as a school leader, I now realize I have been following the path of W.E.B. Du Bois and Booker T. Washington by accepting the challenge to educate our children. And so when I went from a teacher to a coordinator to a vice principal and a principal and a director and now a special assistant, I realized that I have been standing on the shoulders of giants. Now those of you who are members of the Newark Public Schools community, I need to let you know that despite the difficult times that we are encountering, we will get through the tyranny of state control of our district. We will get to determine the future of what's going on with our schools, because the path has been blazed for us by leaders who have gone on before us, like Gladys Holman Jones, like Teresa McKillow, as well as those that still walk among us, like Joe Macy and Angela Nelms and Marion Bolden. I'm here to tell you that we are on the shoulders of giants. I was introduced to this organization a little bit more than 10 years ago. Right around this time in the morning on a Saturday, Dr. Johnson Green would have me and Tony Motley and Clarence Allen and Winston Jackson and a few other guys over to her house serving us grits and fried fish and things like that on Saturday morning to get us to understand that we had an obligation to do the very best job that we could do. And we needed to stick together and we needed to learn from each other. We want to thank her for that. Thank you. I am very, very blessed and fortunate to be here today with people from every aspect of my life and my career. There are people from my childhood. One of my best friends, John Thompson, is over there, the teacher at Eastside High School. coaching on a championship basketball team. There are also people here who have known me since before I was a sparkle in my mother's eyes. When my father and his best friend came to New Jersey from Georgia in 1950-something, they met and married 2 sisters. And although my parents have passed along, my uncle Charles is here, and my mother's sister, my Aunt Betty, they are here. There are people from my Vailsburg Middle School family. Let me hear you, Vailsburg. I spent a lifetime in 6 years at Vailsburg Middle School. My principal, Mike Daniels, is back there. Mr. Daniels gave me my first opportunity as a building administrator. My vice principal, Aretha Malloy, who came from the comfort of Harriet Tubman under Lady Blue. And I think sometimes, based on how she acts, Aretha's still a little shook up by the experience she had at Vailsburg. There are people from here from my time in academic services and staff development. And although there are lots of people from that time in my career, I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the personal guidance and professional support I received from the one and only master teacher, Daisy Yarbrough. Daisy. Also, my church family is here, and there's a very, very thin line between church family and real family, because our bishop is my wife's cousin, Bishop Purnell. He provides my family with spiritual guidance, and his church allows my children a creative outlet in the service of Christ, and for that we are thankful, Bishop. Thank you. He is here with his wife and his children and his sisters and his brother-in-law. We want to thank them for being here with me. In short, I feel blessed to have so much support from so many people that I have known for a long time, and others I've only met for a few months now. And finally, of course, my family. You mentioned my aunt and uncle over there representing my parents. My cousin Alvin Middleton and his family are here. Stand up, you guys. Real quick. My first cousins, Darryl Brown, Charlie Robinson. My niece, Diana Brewster, who's a teacher at Yellow Flag. She's a brand new mother, so give her a hand. But, you know, she's the first time she's ever baby. And her husband, William. Also, my brother, Mark, and his wife, Pauline, and his son, Mark Anthony. And my children, Matthew James, stand up, Matthew. And Malachi. And Inez. She's hiding.
She's coloring.
And of course, the most important person in my life, the wind beneath my wings, my life, my love. Always the prettiest girl in the room, my beautiful wife. Whenever I get acknowledged or receive an award or something, you know what she says? You got them fooled too, huh? Only they can see you when you're with your friends. Anyway, thank you all. Be blessed and prosper. And remember, we are all